Between dimensions, a spark ignited, not of light but of will, raw, untamed, absolute. From this spark, a figure emerged. He was DeadBaTKaTT, an anomaly, a force of nature from his own universe, visiting realities not his own. DBK had arrived. He materialized, his presence thundering through the fabric of reality. Realities shifted in his presence. He stood as a contradiction in terms, a being of immense power who seemed strangely passive. His most striking feature was his helmet, a jagged, asymmetrical monstrosity. It spoke of power forged in the heart of a dying star. He often ventured into other universes, exploring the unknown. DBK's attire was as paradoxical as his presence, reflecting his own universe. He wore a simple hoodie and joggers, but these were no ordinary garments. The fabric shimmered and flowed as if woven from starlight and nebula dust. Galaxies spiraled across the fabric, hinting at the universes he visited. DBK's presence was a paradox. His custom high tops spoke of his journey. Each step left a faint imprint, a shimmering residue of cosmic energy. These weren't just footprints, they were echoes of his journey through the universe. DBK was more than the sum of his extraordinary parts. It was the energy he exuded, the aura that surrounded him, that truly set him apart. His energy whispered of ancient knowledge, of cosmic truths. It inspired awe and trepidation in equal measure. DBK's energy was a mystery, a riddle wrapped in an enigma. He was a rewrite, an anomaly, a being capable of anything. He had his own universe, yet he visited others, exploring the vast multiverse. DeadBaTKaTT didn't conquer realms, he transcended them. He moved through dimensions with an effortless grace. He walked through anime arcs, gaming realms, and cartoon landscapes. Cities transformed as he passed. Alien planets recognized him as a kindred spirit. He had his own universe, yet visited others as the Unconquered Realm. DBK didn't just visit these realities, he had his own universe. His energy harmonized with the frequencies of each dimension. He embraced their chaos, their beauty, their inherent contradictions. He was a catalyst, a spark that ignited the dormant potential within every world he touched. In his presence, boundaries blurred. DBK's gaze, hidden behind the emerald visor of his helmet, was a constant enigma. It held the weight of eons, the wisdom of countless lifetimes. Some characters sought to understand him, others chose to follow him. They saw in DBK a beacon of hope, a promise of adventure. Others, driven by fear, sought to confront him. They met his silence with hostility, but DBK remained unmoved, his presence an unyielding force in his own universe and beyond. DBK, the cosmic anomaly, defied categorization. He was neither hero nor villain, but a force of nature. As unpredictable as a supernova, his presence challenged reality. DBK had his own universe, yet he visited others, projecting the universe's hopes and fears. Behind DBK's silent gaze lay a realm unlike any other. It existed in the spaces between realities, a vibrant echo of DBK's energy. A realm where imagination reigned supreme, where thoughts could manifest into reality. At the heart of this realm lay DBK himself, a source of boundless energy. Planets orbited around him in a chaotic yet harmonious dance. DBK ventured into the vast multiverse, exploring realms beyond his own. The DBK universe was a place of stark contrasts. It was a realm where order and chaos existed in perfect harmony. Ancient ruins whispered tales of forgotten gods and lost empires. DBK often ventured beyond his own universe, exploring realms unknown. Section 3: Echoes in the Void. The inhabitants of DBK's universe were as varied and extraordinary as the realm itself. Some were beings of pure energy, their forms shifting and coalescing with each passing thought. Others were more tangible, their bodies forged from the very fabric of reality, their minds a reflection of the cosmic chaos that birthed them. There were those who worshipped DBK as a god, their prayers echoing through the void, their rituals designed to appease the enigmatic being whose presence underpinned their very existence. Others viewed him with a more wary respect, recognizing his power, but choosing to forge their own destinies. Their lives a testament to the resilience of the individual spirit, even in the face of overwhelming cosmic power. And then there were those who sought to understand DBK, to unravel the mysteries that shrouded his existence. Scholars, their minds honed by centuries of study, pored over ancient texts, searching for clues to his origins, his purpose, his ultimate destiny. Mystics, their senses attuned to the subtle energies that flowed through DBK's universe, sought to commune with him through meditation and ritual, hoping to catch a glimpse of the being behind the mask, the consciousness that guided this extraordinary realm. Regardless of their beliefs or motivations, the inhabitants of DBK's universe shared one common trait. They were all in some way shaped by DBK's presence. Their very existence was a testament to his power, their lives a reflection of the infinite possibilities that lay at the heart of DBK's universe and beyond, as he ventured into other realms, leaving his mark across the cosmos. Section 4: The Expanding Narrative. The DBK universe was not a static realm, frozen in time and unchanging. It was a living, breathing entity, constantly evolving, expanding, and redefining itself. With each new reality DBK visited, the DBK universe grew. His presence acted as a catalyst, igniting the dormant potential within the fabric of existence. The DBK universe housed unique characters and planets, each with its own distinct features and stories. A melody from a long-forgotten anime soundtrack might find its way into the song of a cosmic whale, its mournful cry echoing across light years. The architectural style of a futuristic metropolis might inspire the design of a celestial city, its soaring towers scraping the edges of a nebula. The emotions, hopes, fears and dreams of the beings DBK encountered added to its depth and complexity. The DBK universe was a reflection of DBK's journey, a testament to his impact on the multiverse. It was a realm of infinite potential, a canvas upon which the stories of countless realities were woven together into a single breathtaking narrative. As DBK continued his journey, the DBK universe expanded, its boundaries ever shifting, its possibilities endless. Section 1: Whispers of the Anomaly. DBK's presence rippled through the multiverse, a stone cast into the still pond of reality. Whispers of his name, his deeds, his very existence spread like wildfire, carried on the cosmic winds that connected all things. In hushed tones, in hidden corners of the multiverse, beings whispered of the anomaly that defied definition. They spoke of his silent arrival, his unsettling aura, his uncanny ability to reshape reality with a single step. Rumors of his exploits spread like a virus, each retelling adding a new layer of myth and exaggeration. Some dismissed him as a phantom, a figment of overactive imaginations. Others saw him as a harbinger of chaos, a threat to the delicate balance of the multiverse. But there were those who listened with a different kind of attention, those who felt a stirring within their souls, a sense of anticipation, a longing for something more. They recognized in the whispers of DBK a kindred spirit, a being who existed outside the confines of the ordinary, a promise of adventure, a glimpse into the infinite possibilities that lay beyond the veil of their own limited realities. DBK, a sovereign of his own universe, ventured into others, leaving an indelible mark wherever he went. Section 2. The Pull of the Unknown. DBK's presence was a magnet, drawing to him those who felt the pull of the unknown, the allure of the unexplored. They came from all corners of the multiverse, their reasons as varied as the realities they hailed from. Some were adventurers, their hearts hungry for thrills, their souls yearning to test their mettle against the extraordinary. They saw in DBK a challenge, a chance to prove themselves worthy of standing alongside a being of such immense power. Others were seekers, their minds consumed by questions, their spirits yearning for enlightenment. They believed that DBK held the answers to the mysteries of the universe, the keys to unlocking the secrets of existence itself. And then there were those who simply felt drawn to him, their intuition screaming at them to follow, their destinies inexplicably intertwined with his. They couldn't explain the pull they felt, the sense of purpose that surged through them whenever they thought of DBK. They just knew, with a certainty that defied logic, that their lives would never be the same once they crossed his path. His visits to other universes were moments of profound change, altering the destinies of those he encountered. For each planet within his universe, there is a clone of DeadBaTKaTT matching the theme of the planet that the clone is housed on. Section 3, Reflections in the Void. DBK, the silent observer from his own universe, watched as the multiverse reacted to his presence. He saw the fear, the awe, the confusion, the curiosity. He saw the best and worst of existence reflected back at him in the eyes of those he encountered. He saw the heroes who sought to protect their realities from the unknown, their hearts filled with courage and determination. He saw the villains who sought to exploit his power for their own selfish gain, their souls consumed by greed and ambition. He saw the lovers who found solace in his enigmatic presence, their bond strengthened by the shared mystery of his existence. He saw the broken-hearted who sought to lose themselves in his indifference, their pain a stark counterpoint to his own unyielding serenity. DBK absorbed it all, his silence a canvas upon which the multiverse projected its hopes and fears, its dreams and nightmares. He was a mirror reflecting back the infinite complexity of existence, a reminder that even in the face of the unknown, the universe remained a place of both breathtaking beauty and terrifying chaos. Section 4, A Symphony of Reactions. The multiverse, a tapestry of infinite realities, responded to DBK's presence with a symphony of reactions. Some embraced him, seeing his arrival as the dawn of a new era, a chance to break free from the old ways. They hailed him as a liberator, a symbol of hope in a universe teetering on the brink of chaos. Others met him with suspicion and fear, their hearts hardened by tradition, their minds closed to change. They saw in DBK a threat to the established order, an agent of chaos who sought to unravel their existence. They rallied against him, their armies clashing in battles that spanned dimensions, their weapons useless against his power. And then there were those who simply watched, their curiosity piqued, struggling to comprehend his significance. They studied his every move, analyzed his actions, searching for clues, for answers, for understanding. DBK, the silent conductor, orchestrated this symphony of reactions with his mere presence. He was the catalyst, the disruptor, the agent of change the multiverse had been waiting for. His arrival marked not the end, but the beginning, a new chapter in the ever-unfolding story of existence. DBK, the cosmic anomaly, was more than just a visitor to these realities. He was a fundamental disruptor. His very presence challenged the established order, the natural laws that governed the multiverse. He was a glitch in the matrix, a tear in the fabric of reality, a being who defied categorization and explanation. He didn't adhere to the rules, he rewrote them. Where others saw limitations, he saw possibilities. Time and space bent around him, conforming to his will, or perhaps simply acknowledging his inherent dominion over such trivial concepts. He could appear in 1,000 different places at once, or vanish entirely, only to reappear in a reality far removed from the one he'd left behind. His powers, if they could be called such, were not the result of some ancient magic or advanced technology. They were simply an extension of his being, as natural to him as breathing was to a mortal. He didn't wield power, he embodied it. It flowed from him like a cosmic current, reshaping reality in its wake. DBK was the embodiment of the unknown, the unknowable. He represented the infinite potential that lay dormant within the heart of the multiverse, a potential that both terrified and exhilarated those who dared to acknowledge its existence. DBK had his own universe, a realm where he was the ultimate authority, yet he chose to visit others, bringing with him the essence of the unknown. DBK's impact on the multiverse went beyond his physical presence. He wasn't content to simply observe the tapestry of reality. He actively participated in its weaving, altering its very threads, changing its patterns, rewriting its narrative. He could shift probabilities with a thought, nudge destinies in new directions, and alter the course of entire civilizations with a single, seemingly insignificant action. A chance encounter, a whispered word, a knowing glance. These were his tools, subtle yet profound, capable of setting in motion chains of events that would ripple across time and space. He might save a life in one reality, only to watch as that act of kindness inadvertently led to a devastating war in another. He might inspire a revolution in one dimension, only to witness the rise of a tyrannical regime in its aftermath. DBK understood that every action, no matter how well-intentioned, had consequences, and he accepted this responsibility with a stoicism that bordered on indifference. He was not a puppet master pulling strings from behind the scenes. He was a force of nature, a catalyst for change, and he embraced the chaos that inevitably followed in his wake. For DBK understood that the multiverse, like any good story, thrived on conflict, on the constant interplay between order and chaos, creation and destruction. He ventured into other universes to influence and observe, always returning to his own to reflect and plan his next move. In his own universe, DBK was a force of nature, but wherever he ventured, he left behind an indelible imprint, a subtle yet profound mark that spoke of his passage. It was in the way the light seemed to bend around certain objects, as if they still held a trace of his cosmic energy. It was in the strange glitches that appeared in the fabric of reality, subtle distortions that hinted at the bending of time and space. It was in the dreams of mortals, vivid and unsettling, filled with images of swirling galaxies and enigmatic figures in helmets. It was in the legends whispered around campfires, tales of a silent giant who wandered the stars, reshaping reality with a thought. Some dismissed these occurrences as mere coincidence, their rational minds refusing to accept the possibility of something beyond their comprehension. But there were others, more sensitive to the subtle energies that flowed through the multiverse, who recognized these signs for what they were: echoes of DBK's passage, whispers of his power, reminders that their reality was but one thread in a much grander tapestry. And as DBK continued his journey through various universes, his legend grew, spreading like wildfire through the multiverse, leaving an indelible mark on the collective consciousness of existence itself. DBK's journey through the multiverse was not a linear one. He didn't follow a predetermined path, nor did he seek to achieve some grand objective. He simply was, and in his being, in his constant state of flux and change, he transformed the very fabric of existence. Realities that had once been stagnant, bound by rigid laws and predictable patterns, were infused with a new sense of dynamism, a vibrant chaos that challenged the very foundations of their existence. Cultures collided, ideas clashed, and from the ashes of the old, something new and wondrous emerged. He was the ultimate agent of change, the cosmic disruptor who shattered the illusion of order and revealed the infinite possibilities that lay beneath the surface. He was a force of nature, as unpredictable and awe-inspiring as a supernova, and his impact on the multiverse would be felt for eons to come. For DBK, the cosmic anomaly was more than just a being. He was an idea, a concept, a force of nature that embodied the very essence of change itself. And in a multiverse where change was the only constant, DBK was the ultimate expression of its boundless potential. He had his own universe, a realm of infinite possibilities, and he visited others, leaving an indelible mark. DeadBaTKaTT, DBK, a name whispered in awe, fear, and wonder. He is the anomaly, the disruptor, the cosmic artist who paints realities with every step he takes. His journey is not bound by time, space, or the limitations of our understanding. He exists where the lines between dimensions blur, where the impossible becomes possible. He is a mystery to be explored, a force to be reckoned with, a reflection of the infinite potential that lies within us all. But DBK's story is not just his own. It is ours to shape, to experience, to become a part of. Dive into the stories, engage with the characters, and discover the hidden connections that bind us all. The journey begins now. Are you ready to join the rewrite? Your reality will never be the same. Subscribe now and step into DBK's universe.